Hey guys, Matthew Lippert back here again. It's a beautiful sunny day here in Bakersfield, California. It's March 16th. I had to think about that for a little while. Tomorrow is St. Patrick's Day. Beautiful day here. Beautiful day to come out here and do some catch-up maintenance work on my wife's Chrysler 300, 2006 Chrysler 300. Let's start out with some housekeeping. If you have a Chrysler 300, go ahead and check out the videos I've got for this car and hit that like button and that subscribe button, will you? It helps with these YouTube algorithms. And if you know anybody with a 2006 to 2009, 2010 Chrysler 300, go ahead and send them this video. If they do their own work, they might appreciate it. If you have any comments, questions, put them in the description or in the comment section. I'll respond to them as appropriate. And I'm a pretty decent backyard mechanic, but I just do this kind of for fun and for myself and for friends and family. I don't wrench for money. So if you happen to be an ASE certified mechanic and you see something in here that I could do a little bit easier next time, and put that in the comments as well. I appreciate that. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and get into this. Now I'm going to do 3 separate videos. I'm going to kind of do them at the same time. I'll do the same intro, so you're going to see the same intro in this. And so from going from here, I'll kind of reset the camera a little bit, and then we'll go ahead and we'll start with the different parts I'm going to replace. And each one, as I'm getting to it, well, real quick, let me do this. I've got upper control arm, ball joint, outer tie rod end, a stabilizer bar, lower control arm rearward, lower control arm forward on each side. What I'm not going to do, I have it, but I'm not going to do it, at least not right now, is the inner tie rod. Why? I think I got my hands full with this. I'm hoping I can get both sides of this car done today. We'll see. It's 10:45 right now in the morning. We'll see how far I get. So let me go ahead and reset this video and the camera. We'll take a look at what we're changing, and we'll go from there. First thing we're going to do is the upper control arm. Here's a new upper control arm. Has the ball joint already included in it. So we're going to have, can't see here, you're going to have this nut here has to come off. And then there's 2, let me see, where can I see it at? Right here, right here. There's a bolt up here, come over here to the other side, and there's a bolt up here. I'm not sure how those are going to have to come off. I'm going to take a look at that, and I'll get some wrench sizes, and I'll be back in just a little bit. Okay, on the upper control arm, this one has an L right here for left. That means left side, driver's side. You don't look at right or left facing the car. You look at right or left as though you're sitting in the driver's seat. So this is left, be passenger side. Here's the first bolt right here. That's an 18 millimeter. Then there's 2 up in there. Let me go up into the engine compartment, and I'll show you where they are. Right behind the reservoir, there's a bolt right there. That's an 18 millimeter. Let me see if I can get over here to see the other side. Right over here on the other side of where the strut is. It's down. Let's see. If I can turn the flash on. Hold on. Okay, I turned the flash on. See if I can see. Right there. That's the other bolt, right? The nut right there. The bolts will go out through the inside. That's the other nut. They're both 18 millimeter as well. So I'm going to go ahead and take all 3 of those. I'm going to start with the ball joint first, and then I'll come back and get these. Okay, I've got the nut off on the lower one. Now I'll try and do this and not lose sight on doing it. Pop this with a hammer. I'm going to have to do this off camera because I just can't get enough swing. I don't know, I did something to my shoulder last night, and I just got no strength in it right now, and now I'm trying to use that same shoulder to swing a 3-pound hammer to drive that out. So I'm going to go ahead and drive that out with a hammer off camera. Okay, that's off. It took a few whacks, but now it's off. So this whole piece here is loose. The whole hub assembly is loose now. So I may just leave this off or just kind of loosely put it on, because like I say, I'm going to do several different things here today, but that takes that off. Now I'll go up under the top and get those other bolts off. Okay, I've got those 2 bolts, the nuts off of them. Now I'm going to try to reach up in here somehow and get everything loosened up here. I hope I don't have to take the struts out to get this thing out. Huh. Well, I hope I don't have to take the struts out. That would be very disappointing. Let me see if this other one will come out. There. Well, that one comes out hard too. Well, let me get up there and see what I can do without the camera so I can use both hands. Right now I can't use both hands. I don't know. I gotta see what I can do. Hopefully I don't have to take the strut out just to change these upper control arm. So we'll see. But anyway, let me see what I can do and I'll be back. Okay, I got both of the bolts off. This forward bolt, what I had to do was put the jack up underneath of the lower control arm and compress the spring slightly just to take enough pressure off of this wrap of the spring to get that bolt to pop down through it. And then now there it comes. Just gotta wait a little bit and it comes out. And there's our old control arm. Let me look at that. You don't think that need to be replaced? Both of those are loosey-goosey. And you know, the ball joint is, I mean, it's plenty loose. I mean, you can hear it making noise in there. So now I'll go ahead and stick the other one back up in there and we'll try to repeat it. If there's any issues or whatever, I'll come back and tell you. And let me get a couple bolts stuck in this thing. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. A lot easier going in than coming out. I just gotta go up top and put the nuts on and get everything tightened up. And then this will come up here. I gotta take the pressure off of it first. But this, I can't see. The sun is so bright. But this is gonna go up onto here. But let me get at least get the nuts on those first. Okay, on the top, I thought about doing this when I was taking it off to get this reservoir out of the way, and I didn't. But trying to put the nut back on there proved to be way too cumbersome. I dropped the nut once. I'm not dropping it again. So I took a bolt out here with a 10 millimeter, bolt out here with a 10 millimeter, and used a socket with that. And just basically, I just got it propped up with a wrench. You can prop it any way you want, a 2x4, and just get it propped up out of the way so I can get my hand on in here with that nut. And then I can reach around through the fender well with my other hand to hold it from sliding back outward in toward the fender well. This is going to make it a lot easier too in doing this because before I had such a small range to go to. Now I tripled my range with the wrench, so that was definitely worth it to take that off. Okay, before I tighten the up the inside bolts out, I went ahead and made sure I got the ball joint in. I got the nut on there loosely, and I'm going to grease these two because it doesn't look like there's any grease in. Sometimes they grease, sometimes they're not. There's a grease fitting there, so I'm going to definitely grease them before I put all this stuff back together and call it macaroni. I want to make sure there's grease in them. So that's your upper control arm. All I've got to do now is just finish tightening everything up and then put it back together. If you have any questions or any comments, any suggestions, snide remarks, you know, I'm just what a job this is. It's not all that bad, but if you're a complete novice doing this, you might have your hands full. You know, and when I was younger, 30 years younger, it wouldn't be that much trouble for me either. But in my mid 60s now, it's I I just don't have the strength I used to. So I'm going to go ahead and get these things tightened back up, and we'll move on to the next thing. I got everything up top all tightened, put back together. But one thing I wanted to mention real quick, the nut on the ball joint on this new upper control arm, the nut is not an 18 millimeter. It takes a 19 millimeter. I wanted to let you know that when you went to tighten it up, that 18 millimeter will not fit. So you'll need for the upper, you'll need an 18 millimeter, a 19 millimeter, and a 10 millimeter, and maybe a big hammer. Yeah, finished for the day. Finally, I got one side done. I was hoping to get both sides done, but that didn't happen. That ball joint, lower ball joint on the driver's side was just a bear. It took me, a couple hours just on that ball joint. But I'm going to do one close for all three of these videos. So if it sounds familiar, go back and watch the other one. Whatever. Just trying to save myself a little bit of time here. But that's the upper and lower control arms. Let me start over. It's one video is upper control arms, one video is lower control arms, both of them. One video is the outside tie rod end and the stabilizer bar. So we've got all that done on the outside. I haven't got the car put back together yet because I've got to run to the store and get a grease gun. I want to grease these two grease fittings that are there before I ever take it out of the driveway, and it's easier if the wheel's still off. So I've still got to clean up my mess. I've still got to go get that grease gun, and then I get that done. But if you have any questions about what I did, leave them in the comment section below, and I'll respond if appropriate. If you have any comments, if you have any suggestions, anything that I can do differently that might make it easier, I'm open to that too. Leave all that in the comment section. And like I said at the beginning, do me a favor, smash that subscribe button if you will. Hit that like button. Share this with anybody you know that has a 2006, 2005, up to maybe 2009 Chrysler 300. This has a 5.7 liter. I don't know if the V6 have the same front end parts, I would assume, but this one is the 5.7 liter Hemi. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I appreciate you coming back and tuning back in. If you're new visitor to my site, appreciate you tuning in, and I hope you subscribe and leave me some comments. Tell me what you think of my videos. Tell me what I can do to improve. I'm looking to improve my content and do more consistent content. So until next time, have a great day.